Hello everyone, welcome to Barca News. It is June 15, 2023, and Tottenham Hotspurs have confirmed that Lenglet will be coming back to Barcelona after his loan spell. Also, it's reported that Xavi Hernandez himself will be reaching out to Sofyan Amrabat in the upcoming days. And finally, Deco has offered Barcelona two more options to replace Sergio Busquets in the pivot position. We have a lot to discuss, so let's begin. Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Mo, and before we begin with the news, just a quick reminder to make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you can stay up to date on all the Barcelona news, especially with the summer transfer market right around the corner. There's going to be a lot of news coming out of Camp Barca, so make sure you subscribe so you stay on top of all the news that will be coming out. And also, I do make updates in between videos using the community tab, which is something that you won't have access to unless you are subscribed to the channel. Now also, if you are looking for any Barcelona jerseys or merchandise, make sure you hit the kit bag. They're currently having a 70% sale, which is a great deal, of course. So if you are interested, the link is down below in the description. Now, begin with the news that Barcelona have officially unveiled the 2023-2024 Barcelona Home Kit under the concept "Here to Lead the Way." And as you can see, the Barcelona jersey has classic broad stripes in original Blaugrana colors, but it does have a significant detail, which is that there's a diamond inside the crest, and that diamond represents the first female supporters club who in 1970 played the first ever Barca women's football match at the Spotify Camp Nou. Now, in regards to this new badge design, the club said, "The badge draws on the spirit of those pioneering ladies who got together in 1970 and played a game of women's football in the stadium. They led by example, set a precedent, proving themselves to be pioneers and paving the way for future generations. Now, over 50 years later, young Barca players are set to lead and pave the way for the club in the coming years, reinforcing one of FC Barcelona's core concepts, to be leaders in everything they do." Now, I personally am not a huge fan of this kit. I think it has a little bit too much red for my own taste. I do like the crest with the diamond in it. I think it's really cool that Barcelona are paying homage to their history. But of course, I do always love to hear from you. What do you think about the new Barcelona jersey? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Drop a comment down below. Now on to the news that Joan Laporte has confirmed to the club members that Barcelona will be able to register all the important players. Now, Barcelona met with some of the oldest club members yesterday in order to explain to them the current situation of the club, where he stated that even though the club were on the right course, having won La Liga and the Spanish Super Cup, that Joan Laporte and the entire club wanted more, because Barcelona are the best club in the world and more is expected out of them. Now, Joan Laporte did make it clear that Barcelona will be looking to reinforce the squad, and in regards to that, he said and guaranteed that Barcelona will be able to register all the important players. Now, Joan Laporte was referring, of course, to all the contract renewals that Barcelona have already executed, such as Xavi, Ronald Araujo, Alejandro Valde, Marcos Alonso, and Sergio Roberto. But Joan Laporte was also confirming that the club will be able to register the contracts of the players that they're going to sign. So it means that Barcelona are hard at work to make that happen. So there's no doubt, I have no reason to doubt that Joan Laporte is not going to live up to his word, and that Barcelona will be able to sign or will be able to register all the players that they will sign this summer, which is, of course, great news for the club. Now, as I've been saying in my previous videos, of course, in order for Barcelona to be able to sign and register players, they need to offload players, and of course, one of these players is Ansu Fati. Now, I have reported in previous videos that Ansu Fati is insisting that he wants to remain in Barcelona and wants to fight for his spot on the first squad. And this was confirmed by his own agent, Jorge Mendes, who met with the board of directors on Tuesday and confirmed his client's wishes to stay in Barcelona. Now, despite the insistence of Ansu Fati and his agent that the player wants to remain in Barcelona, it's reported that the club have not changed their mind and that they're still gonna put Ansu Fati on the market. because the club believe that Ansu Fati is the key to unlocking many of the signings that Barcelona are looking to make during the summer transfer market. Because not only does Ansu Fati have a 10 million euro salary, which if he's offloaded, that would be removed from Barcelona's books, allowing them to register other contracts. But also Ansu Fati is a player who came up through the academy. So if Barcelona are able to offload him, his transfer fee would be pure profit for the club, which would also go towards liberating more space on the wage bill in order to register incoming players. Now, another player that is set to leave the club during this summer transfer market is Samuel Umtiti, who will be returning from his loan with the Serie A club Lecce. Now, Barcelona took a huge gamble during this season where they sent Samuel Umtiti to Lecce as a free loan, even promising to pay his entire salary if he didn't play any minutes with Lecce. And they did this hoping that Samuel Umtiti would be able to get some playing time and recover his form. And while Barcelona's gamble paid off, as Samuel Umtiti was able to get plenty of playing time during this season, and he was able to recover some of his form from prior to his knee injuries. While given Samuel Umtiti's good performance in the Serie A, there's now plenty of clubs interested in signing him, with the biggest one being his former club, the Ligue 1 club Lyon. Well, it's now being reported that Lyon have officially reached out to Barcelona because they are interested in signing Samuel Umtiti during this summer transfer market. And it's reported that Barcelona are asking for a minimum of 4 million euros for the French defender, which should not be a problem. However, Barcelona need to wait because Lyon want to first offload their current center back, Castello Luqueba, who Lyon expect to be able to offload him for around 20 million euros. Now, offloading Samuel Umtiti would go a long way in helping Barcelona to register new players, because not only would be able to benefit from the 4 million euros that they're hoping to make off his transfer, but also Samuel Umtiti currently occupies 20 million euros on Barcelona's wage bill. So if Barcelona offload him, that's 20 million euros off the wage bill that Barcelona could use towards registering an incoming player. Now, speaking of loaned players, today Tottenham Hotspurs have confirmed that Clement Lenglet will be returning to Barcelona after his current loan spell with the Premier League club. Now, Clement Lenglet was loaned to Tottenham Hotspurs with no option to buy, and it seemed that Tottenham Hotspurs were very much interested in signing Clement Lenglet on a permanent basis, but it now seems that Tottenham Hotspurs have changed their mind and have confirmed that the French defender will be coming back to Barcelona. Now, Tottenham Hotspur's sporting manager had confirmed that Clement Lenglet was a player that Tottenham Hotspur wanted to keep, but unfortunately he departed the club, and now they have a new sporting manager. And it seems that the new manager is not too keen on keeping the French defender. Now, it's unknown what's going to happen with Clement Lenglet because Barcelona were heavily relying on being able to offload him to the Premier League club. And of course, Barcelona need to offload Clement Lenglet amongst the rest of the players who are currently on loan in order to be able to sign players during this summer transfer market. Now, on to the news that today Atlético Paranaense's boss Felipe Scolari has confirmed that Vitor Roque will be leaving their club during this summer transfer market. Now, as I reported in a previous video, Barcelona have reached an agreement with Vitor Roque and his current Brazilian club Atlético Paranaense for the transfer of the player to Barcelona during this summer transfer market. And Barcelona have agreed to sign Vitor Roque for 40 million euros that they will be able to pay in 3 installment plans over 3 seasons. Now, Barcelona have been trying to sign Vitor Roque for quite some time because they're counting on him to be the future center forward of Barcelona. And today, Felipe Scolari confirmed that Vitor Roque will indeed be leaving Atlético Paranaense during this summer transfer market. But of course, this signing is pending that Barcelona offload players and clear space on their wage bill before the signing can be made official. Well, it's now being reported that Atlético Paranaense could fight to try to keep Vitor Roque until the winter transfer market because the season in Brazil ends in December. And we're gonna have to see what Barcelona will do about this. But I imagine that if Barcelona make the signing official, they are gonna want Vitor Roque to come during the summer transfer market, and they're not gonna wanna wait until the winter transfer market. But either way, one thing is for sure is that Vitor Roque will be arriving in Barcelona, whether it be in a summer transfer market or in the winter. Either way, Barcelona do have a big signing, a huge signing, one of the most promising players in the world. that will be Lewandowski's substitute and eventually the future center forward of Barcelona. Now, speaking of possible arrivals, it's reported that Xavi Hernandez has scheduled a virtual meeting with the Moroccan midfielder Sofyan Amrabat. Now, Barcelona's #1 priority during this summer transfer market is to sign someone for the pivot position in order to replace the departing Sergio Busquets. And Xavi Hernandez's two main options were Joshua Kimmich and Martin Zubimendi, two players that have confirmed these previous days their intention to stay in their current clubs. Now, as a result, Barcelona have turned to the next person on the list, which is Sofyan Amrabat, who's been dying to come to Barcelona ever since his transfer to the club during the winter transfer market failed. Now, it's reported that Sofyan Amrabat has rejected an offer from Bayern Munich and has rejected to extend his contract with his current club, Fiorentina. And as I reported previously, Sofyan Amrabat had sent Barcelona an ultimatum to either try to approach him in these upcoming days or he will consider going to another club. Well, it seems that Xavi Hernandez has scheduled a virtual meeting with Sofyan Amrabat in the upcoming days, where it's expected that Xavi Hernandez will explain to the Moroccan midfielder the current situation of the club, and where it's also expected that Xavi Hernandez will tell Sofyan Amrabat whether Barcelona are interested in signing him or not. Now, I personally think that if Xavi Hernandez will be meeting with the player personally, it's not going to be to tell him that Barcelona are not going to sign him. I don't think you need Xavi Hernandez to tell him that. Any representative from the club would be able to tell Sofyan Amrabat that Barcelona are not interested. So I really think that this will be Xavi Hernandez's effort to try to tell the player that yes, Barcelona want to sign him, but to see how long he is willing to wait and whether he is willing to wait at all. Because again, Barcelona need to offload players before they can contemplate signing any new ones. Now, speaking of the pivot position, it's reported that Deco has offered Barcelona two options in case they cannot sign Sofyan Amrabat. And these options are Joao Paulinho and Florentino Luis. Now, these are two very physically strong pivots who have developed really well on the ball. And in the case of Joao Paulinho, he's a 27-year-old pivot who currently plays for Fulham. And it's reported that Barcelona have been interested in this player for quite some time, and they actually attempted to sign him during the last summer transfer market, but they ended up not doing it because Barcelona needed to prioritize other positions, and given a tight financial situation, Barcelona had to pass on this player. Now, it's reported that Fulham is going to want around 50 million euros for this player. So this, of course, is not going to be an easy signing for the club because, again, the financial situation of Barcelona is very delicate. Now, in the case of Florentino Luis, he's a 23-year-old pivot who currently plays for Benfica. And there's a lot of interest in him from many clubs in Europe. However, it's reported that the player is very much interested in joining Barcelona. Now, Florentino Luis has a 120 million euro release clause, but it's reported that Benfica would be willing to sell him for around 40 million euros. And it seems that Deco is aware of these numbers, and in fact, he has already reached out to Benfica and to the player's entourage in order to see whether there's any possibilities of Barcelona signing this player during this summer. Now, it's reported that Deco would prefer either Paulinho or Florentino Luis over Sofyan Amrabat, but for now, Barcelona's next target will be the Moroccan midfielder. So we're gonna have to see who will Barcelona end up signing for that pivot position. But one thing is for sure, it looks like Deco is really putting in work because he was already able to close the signing of Roque, and now he's already hard at work to try to find someone for the pivot position, despite him not assuming his job as football director officially. Now, we will end today's video with the news that the Belgian club, Club Brugge, have confirmed that Victor Barbera has joined them on a free transfer. Now, Victor Barbera is the 18-year-old attacker who played for Barca Athletic and who Barcelona attempted to renew his contract, but he rejected that offer because he wanted more money. And now he will be joining Club Brugge on a free transfer. And it's reported that he has committed to the Belgium club until 2027, where he will be joining another former teammate, Ferran Jugla, who joined Club Brugge for 5 million euros this past summer transfer market. So that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give me a like. Also, I would like to invite all of you to please leave a comment down below, giving me all your thoughts and opinions about all the news that I share with you. And finally, I would like to invite all of you to please subscribe to the channel so you can stay current on all the latest news in regards to our beloved club, FC Barcelona. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video. And as always, peace, Barça.